goof. There was a little goof up. For some reason, YouTube said that we're not going live until 3 p.m. Eastern, when in reality I had that set for noon Eastern. So, yeah, hopefully you guys got the email and weren't going off of what YouTube was just saying, the countdown that said that we weren't starting for what, three hours?
Like 3 hours, yeah.
So that was not correct. Good morning. Well, at least there's a couple people here. It says that we have 5 viewers. So we're going to give you guys a few.
15.
15? Oh, yeah, that was quick. Cool. All right, so it might not be as populated as it normally is since YouTube kind of goofed on us, but if anybody has got like the Facebook group open in another tab, if you see anybody that's confused or they post about us not being here or that YouTube said that it wasn't until 3 p.m., maybe just send them this link or tell them that we are live right now. It was just a YouTube goof, but everything that I sent you guys in the email is correct. So we're good to go. Oh, here's everybody. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Beverly. Wow, everybody's popping over. Awesome.
One sec.
Just got it.
Need to be able to use the mouse.
Oh, okay. Are we good? Let's see. Hi, everybody. Just got the YouTube email right now saying you're live. Okay, that's good. At least it's sending that out. Yeah, we just had a little bit of tech goof ups. So I'm glad everybody was able to find us. We've got 39 people, it appears, here. Good morning, Sandy. Yeah, the live updates, if you turn those on for Gmail and for YouTube, and you click get notifications for YouTube, it's going to be like a little bell icon. You'll be able to find us a lot more easily when we go live. You'll have to excuse us. We've been very sick, and not just kind of sick. He's been like projectile vomit sick. He's better now.
Yeah, I'm good now.
He's not going to puke on you guys.
When I get sick, I get sick.
And our little girl, who's only 5, like woke up twice in the middle of the night a few nights ago, had never thrown up before in her life. And we went in there and it was like Exorcist. There was just vomit everywhere. So we cleaned her up, told her, okay, you're not going to go to school tomorrow. You know, we got her cleaned up, changed the bed sheets. And then an hour later, she did it again. So it was like, and then the next day the next day I was sick. And then the day after that, he was sick. So
and I got it the worst.
So it was just a mess. Yes, I'm so happy that everybody thank you, Stephanie, for letting everybody know. Yeah, if you're in the Handmade Alpha Facebook community, which you should be, if you're not, that's linked below, and you see somebody asking about the live stream, let them know that everything that I sent in the email is correct. Hopefully, did you guys get an email from me? Did anybody get the email from me today at like an hour before we started streaming? Because I set that to auto send to you guys, and that might be where the problem was. Sandy says she's sick too. It's going around in Ohio. That's kind of why we look so moperooskies.
Today's like the first day I've been able to actually like full on eat. I haven't been able to eat for a few days.
You guys just now got it? Oh, so that means it says that we start live in an hour. If they just now got it, but the time on it was right.
We can't help it. We got to get the kid off the bus and go to lunch with the stepdad.
Oh, well, if not, there's a replay. I don't know why that didn't send out to you guys. It usually works.
Check it out on MailChimp.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Maybe I was just too sick and tired. Maybe I goofed. It might have been me, guys. And if it was, I'm really, really sorry. So we will just make sure to, maybe we could do like a midweek Q&A next week, because we can't do it on Friday next week. It's Black Friday.
Yeah.
There's no possible way. No possible way. Would you guys like to have a midweek stream next week? That way, do you think that would be a good idea? No, I scheduled it, so I wouldn't have had to hit send. I scheduled it to go out at 11 a.m.
Well, the email you guys are talking about, you got a couple minutes ago, is when we started the actual stream. She actually sent out like a prequel email saying that we would be streaming. That's what she's referring to.
Yeah, so
yeah, well, I mean, if we do a stream next week, it's going to have to be midweek either way, because once Friday starts, we'll probably be busy until the following Wednesday or Thursday. So
Black Friday is going to be
even when I was in the military, I had to take a couple of days off work to help package.
You had to imagine being in the military and having to tell your boss, I can't come to work today, my wife has an Etsy shop. Like, yeah. But I mean, it was crazy, and we worked for like how like 30
Oh my
hours
God.
without stopping.
That was miserable. Like 2 whole days straight, just nonstop packing orders.
It's all part of the process, though. It's very exciting.
Nancy, I did get the prequel email.
Okay, and it had like the picture that was like the little Thanksgiving table, and then it had a picture of me and him all cute at the bottom. Is that the one that you got? Because that's the one that should have went out. Yes, some people. Let's see. No
Midweek,
AM.
No AM.
No morning.
We can't promise that. We'll schedule it whenever we're able to. We'll try to schedule it later if we can.
Because our kiddo gets off the bus at 2 p.m. Yeah. So it's like we either have to do it after she gets off the bus or before she gets on the bus.
Because we got people from all over the world watching this thing.
So it's probably going to be on Tuesday because Wednesday we have to do our Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
So Tuesday.
It's probably nighttime for some of y'all.
Yeah. Sound good? Tuesday? Will Tuesday give you guys enough notice? This is mainly for the people who aren't here today. So
yeah.
All right, we're going to start answering questions in 1 minute. Yay! And
we'll give it an extra 5 minutes for people to get here.
Just are you sure?
Yeah.
Well,
there's only 60 people. Yeah, I guess we can do some.
Yeah, why not get ahead? You know.
Yeah, we'll be cutting it off 1:45 our time.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to get our kid off the bus at 2, and then we got a lunch date. With my stepdad right afterwards.
My stepdad, it's his birthday. Actually, his birthday was on.
How dare you have lives?
I know. How dare we? I know everybody tagged me in the group today, and his grandma stopped by, and we had to help her because this used to be her house, and we're buying it from her. But we had to help her move a bunch of Christmas decorations, and I looked at my phone, and I had like I think 111 notifications from where people tagged me, and I was like, oh, oops. Like, because I wasn't able to answer anybody this morning. We had to we always change the litter boxes and stuff before she comes over. So it was crazy. But I'll get to all of you guys probably after lunch with the stepdad for his birthday. All right. So you guys can go ahead and start asking your Black Friday questions because I said that this was your last chance, but because we had that goof, we'll go ahead and schedule a midweek, but the midweek Q&A I'm not going to do on YouTube. The midweek, the Tuesday Q&A is going to be exclusively in the Facebook group. So if you're not in the Facebook group, if you just follow us on YouTube, you have to join the Facebook group if you want to participate in that. That's linked below. Most of you guys are coming from the Facebook group to watch this, so you're already a member, but we'll make it exclusive because I don't want it to be twice on my YouTube channel, 2 videos that say, this is the last time, and then have another one that says, this is for real the last time. So,
Sandy, am I allowed to email customers right from an Etsy sale, or am I allowed to take email from an order?
You can't take their email. You can message them on Etsy, yep. And maybe just make sure that you're letting them know that you received their order. That's always great. And then you could also slip in there like, hey, if you want to join my VIP club or my email list, for 30% off on your next order or something like that.
Yeah, you can't use somebody's email address without their permission.
Right.
Especially for product purposes or selling purposes.
Yeah, you can do a transactional email thanking them for their purchase. Like anything after the purchase is considered a transactional message, but make sure that you're keeping it on Etsy if they ordered from you on Etsy, because ultimately they're going to get an email as well that says the same thing. Direct from Etsy. So make sure that you're keeping those emails specifically through Etsy and you're keeping them transactional. And if you want to add something in there about joining an email list or something like that, make sure you're piggybacking that onto a message that pertains to their purchase.
Ritzy Ritz, I was just wondering if Etsy on sale price is reflected in Etsy promoted listings.
I believe that they do. That's not actually something that I've checked, but I believe that what Etsy on sale does is it completely changes the whole listing.
It does. It completely changes the listing price. So whatever the listing price at the time is what that should reflect, as long as Etsy's algorithms are doing their job correctly and they update like they're supposed to.
Right. So it's literally changing your listing. So I mean, if you were to change your listing, and to just edit it, it would show up in your promoted listings. So it should work exactly the same. We'll be doing a lot of Etsy on sale questions today if you have those. Go ahead, Sarah.
Right, Sarah, I missed my November 1st launch, had a baby instead. Congratulations. Did I shoot myself in the foot for this holiday season? Should I just wait till the new year?
You had a baby. That's not shooting yourself in the
You should have held it in another couple of days.
Yeah, why did you have that baby, Sarah? Leave it in there. No, Sarah, you're fine. Like, here's the thing. In a couple years from now, you're not going to remember that you didn't launch. You're going to remember that you had a baby. So my advice would be just launch now. I mean, just launch. If you can launch as soon as possible, just do it. Or if you want to wait. It really doesn't matter. What's more important right now is you have a new little baby, and that means so much more than doing a little, an Etsy release. Make sure that you're spending time with that little munchkin. So yeah, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. I just wore Lisa's necklace like 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm. I know you do your double dip coupon using Etsy on sale. Has anyone tried to see if I use an Etsy discount sale, can I then use an Etsy coupon to achieve the same
No,
thing?
that's why you have to use Etsy on sale, because Etsy won't let you stack a coupon on top of a sale.
For some stupid reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. For as many people who use Etsy on sale during the holidays, I don't know what the heck they were. That's the dumbest thing that they've done recently.
Yeah, double dips are kind of like a weird tactic that not a lot of people need to do. That's why you have to use Etsy on sale, so you can do double dips. If you don't plan to double dip, you don't need to worry about it. But they can only use one or the other. They can only either do the sale or the coupon, but they can't do both if you're doing it straight through Etsy. So you have to do Etsy on sale. And if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, you're going to need to go back and watch the video on my channel called, I think, my holding double dips, something about double dips. It's like the last video I uploaded. Go watch that if you don't know what I'm talking about.
Moon Lover's Jewelry. I got the swipe files. Thank you, but I don't know what swipe files are and how to use them. Can you explain?
Molly, unfortunately, if you didn't go to the holiday webinar, you're probably not going to know how to use those swipe files. And the holiday webinar was like a long time ago. It was kind of to get you guys prepped for creating holiday product lines, which you should ultimately already have ready. So what I'm going to do for everybody who received swipe files and doesn't know how to use them, later on after Black Friday, I'm going to be releasing a video explaining how to use them, because swipe files can be used all year round. It's basically the messages that you're sending to people so that you don't have to type out messages like to every single order. When you receive an order, you've got a copy and paste thing that you can just send them that says, thanks for your order. You can expect it in this many days. If you have any questions, message me here, and anything else that you want to throw in there. So that's all a swipe file is.
Harriet, can you send a snail mail holiday card to those who purchase?
Like within their order, like in their actual order, you want to put like a holiday card, or do you just want to send holiday cards to customers in the mail? If you're putting it in their order, that's fine, but I wouldn't send physical mail to pre-existing customers unless they're like people who are huge. Like I've got a couple people that have become like my friends through my business, and if I sent them a holiday card, they would just be tickled to death. At the same time, if I sent one to like a new buyer, they'd be like, why is she sending me something? Right. So
and as far as legal, like the legalities of it, I'm pretty sure that's legal. I don't think you'd have to worry about anything like that. Like if you work for a company that has customers' addresses, obviously you can't send that, but it's no different than like if you buy jewelry from Hellsberg, they take your address down and continuously send you spam freaking mail.
I really don't think it's that big a deal. I would just recommend keeping it to like your favorite customers or your repeat customers.
Let's see, Hannah. I've heard from a lot of business articles that it is important to figure out what your why is, like what the purpose of your business is to buyers. I wondered what you and Mark would have to say. She kind of explains that. I forget how you word that.
You have to
finding a problem to fix.
Yeah, you have to create solution products. So every product that you have needs to be a solution to somebody's problem. And the businesses who create products that aren't a solution to a problem that people actually have are the businesses that fail. So if you were to type in like as seen on TV products, a lot of those don't actually solve realistic problems that somebody actually has. Therefore, they don't do well. What are some of the funny ones that we've seen, like those products that have, I thought Jell-O for salads. Like,
what?
Jello so Jello knew that people use their Jello to make fruit salads. So they thought, well, wouldn't it be smart for us to make a box called Jello for salads? But it just sounds so crazy that it wasn't an in-demand problem. People can use regular Jello for that. So it flopped. And it doesn't need to be some like crazy detrimental problem. I make necklaces. And a lot of people could say, well, the purpose of a necklace is so you have something to wear on your neck. But what I do is I structure it around, this necklace is a reminder that you hold the key, because I make key necklaces. You can ultimately hold the key to your own future and dreams. And the key is meant to serve as a reminder to that. So that's the problem I've created, that people need a reminder that, they ultimately hold the key to their life and their success. So you just got to think of what problem your product solves, or make products that solve a problem. Pretty much all successful products solve some type of problem, even if it's a silly problem. Like, I've got a wolf-shaped stapler over here, and what problem does this solve? Well, it doesn't just solve the problem of needing staples, because
why did my graphics card need LED lights on it?
What?
What you said, everybody needs a product that solves a problem. Why does my graphics card have LED lights on it?
Because you like colorful, futuristic-looking products, and you're trying to go with cohesiveness and
that doesn't fix a problem.
Color consistency. That's your problem. It doesn't need to be a detrimental problem. The problem can just be your personal appeal.
I'm just being a pain in the butt. You don't have to be serious.
Oh, I can answer any question about a problem, but please don't post your products in the comments. And
please don't post all your problems.
Yeah, like I don't want that to be this stream. That would be a mess. Okay, next,
right.
Catherine.
Do you deactivate your other coupon codes during the sale?
No, because they can't stack coupons on top of each other. So the coupon I'm offering is going to be the best. So there's no reason for me to deactivate my other ones. They can't stack them on Etsy. They can only use one at a time. So it doesn't matter.
All right. Master of None, you two are so adorable to watch. Starla, do you sing? Your voice sounds like you do. Only when she's by herself.
It's really bad. Like, all the neighborhood cats would end up coming to our yard.
No, she's got a really nice voice, and she doesn't like to say it.
He's a vocalist.
I'm a vocalist and a guitarist, so
he's got the pretty voice. He's got a very pretty voice. So maybe you could
be like a goat on your stream.
Sing a little song for him sometime.
People are saying that their emails are just now coming in.
Man, that really stinks. That means that I really goofed. Well, just tell them all. You stink.
I know I do.
Yeah, probably.
I'm a dude.
He's got dude stink. Just tell them if they're in the Facebook group, tell them that we're here and we're going to hang out as long as we can, and that we'll be back on Tuesday. I feel really bad. I goofed big time.
All right, Alec, I started up last Friday and got quite a few sales in the first few days, but since then views and favorites and nothing else. I'm planning a Black Friday event, but I want to increase sales. Help.
So you really I would recommend like starting on my YouTube channel and just like watching as much as you can if you haven't already, because you ultimately have to focus on like your photos, SEO. You have to focus on external marketing and creating ads and ad photos that are going to be appealing to shoppers. You have to have a target market in mind that you're marketing to, and you're going to find all of those solutions on my shop. It's really hard when someone just says, I'm not making sales, help me. Because without, that could be
so many different things that could be.
That would be like me saying, my car isn't starting, help me. Like it could be out of gas. There could be something really wrong with it. So you have to actually go into my channel and begin watching those videos. And then you should be able to diagnose the problem yourself, similar to if your car was having problems and you were opening, popping the hood and looking in there and seeing, okay, well, this is right, but this is messed up. You can pick out what's not working right.
Honey, you got to put antifreeze in the gas tank to make sure the engine doesn't lock up because of the cold.
Oh, I haven't been doing that.
Don't do that.
Don't listen to him.
Don't put nails in your tires to help you drive in the snow better either. I don't know how many people I saw did that after that prank last year. Goodness. All right, let's see here.
A bunch of people just got the email.
Yeah, their servers might be loaded up because a lot of like real companies use MailChimp for their services too. So
there's big companies.
Their servers are probably pretty loaded, and it might take some time for not only them to send it out, which doesn't take that much bandwidth for them, but it might take some time for them to actually get to you, especially if you're using Outlook or Mac Mail, because those only refresh every so often depending on how you have it
Or-
set up. Or if you're using an internet service provider based email, like if you're using a Time Warner email or a Comcast email, those emails are way slower to update. So,
or I'm human and I scheduled it at 7 o'clock.
somebody
this morning.
said that they got it. So it could be a
knows?
million different things. Who cares?
Claudia. Hi, Claudia.
Let's see, Claudia. I'm going to do a 20% off sale on Etsy and my website, and then add a 20% off coupon. Will that work on Etsy? I've only done it to my own site in the past. To be
Yeah, Claudia, you got to use the Etsy on sale app. You can't do it directly through Etsy. So just go to my channel, and I have an Etsy on sale video. It's the last video I posted about doing double dips. Watch that, and that'll teach you exactly how to do that and get, work around the fact that Etsy won't let you stack a coupon on top of the sale within the actual, their sales tab.
Grandma in a box. People are being double charged if they buy more than one item from me. I've called Etsy about it, and they say my settings are fine. It must be a glitch. Is there something I can adjust for multiple orders?
If you talk to Etsy, there's no way that we're going to be able to answer that for you, because
no. Is that happening? So is that happening to all of your customers or just a couple of them? Because I mean, if you click the checkout button and they refresh the page or something like that,
click it twice,
that can double charge. That's why a lot of sites tell you not to refresh or close the page while it's checking out. I mean, honestly, there's nothing on your end that would be causing it. That's on the customer's end and on Etsy's end.
One thing that I will say is that there isn't like an Etsy customer. Where did you call? Because as far as I know, Etsy does not have a customer service number. You have to email them. So if you called Etsy, I want to know what that phone number is and where you found it, because
PM it to us though. Don't put it in the stream, because then they'll shut the number off.
Right. Don't just let me look into it for you. Email me, message me on Facebook. I would prefer email. Starla at
the shipping. I'm
Handmade
talking
Alpha
about
Academy.
just some of them. She's talking about the shipping, so they're being double charged for the shipping. So, like, if they put more than one item in their cart, they're getting charged more than once. That is your
settings. Yeah, you need to go through and in your shipping settings on each listing, you need to set it so it only charges them once. So it'll show.
I sent them an email and they called me. Well, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, it's in your settings. If you go in there, there's an option for charging per item. Yeah, hell, why not?
Okay, we'll show you. I'm gonna pull it up first. That way.
1 second.
1 second. Oh, that's not it. Why don't you answer questions while we're waiting, or read them to me? I still need to have a moderate.
If I don't click over here, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
What do you
need? Listings. Yeah, that. And then any of them, just click one. It don't matter.
I don't want to.
And then scroll on in.
She's abusive. She's making me do things.
You
just take the damn house.
I will. I'll do it myself. Hold on a second, guys. We're doing it.
Etsy shipping settings are rough. Yeah, the website's not super optimized. They're working on that.
Okay, so. Boop. Can you guys see? Okay, so what you're going to want to do is one item right here in your shipping things, one item to wherever, and then each additional item is where you need to change that. So change that to $0 so it's not charging them twice. If your product doesn't weigh a whole lot and it's not going to increase per product that you add to the shopping cart, for me, it doesn't add any additional weight. I just put it at 0. So that's where you're going to change that.
Yeah. And one thing I can recommend, just like with any tech support problem with like emails and stuff like that, if for some reason that doesn't work, adjusting that and then hitting apply, delete your shipping options, like hit the little X and get rid of them and put them back in there. Because maybe there is a glitch that happens. It's technology. So try that out, give that a shot and see if it still happens. You'll need to do that for your items individually, but that should be what's causing that to happen.
All right, Amy.
We need to go back up in this.
Oh, okay.
We're a little bit behind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Here.
Ashley.
Can you do a video for scheduling when you make products? Like when should you begin designing new products and then launching them?
You need to watch the free, go to freehandmadetraining.com, and that's going to talk about product lines and scheduling. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Freehandmadetraining.com. Okay, it's down below. Oh, it's not letting me. Okay. Type in .com. Handmade training free. Are you guys seeing it like a bunch of times? Okay, there you go.
Just delete the space.
Yeah, that's where you're gonna want to go. It's usually
this is our freaking video. God, YouTube's being stupid today.
It's usually best to start planning product line. I mean, it just depends. For me, I started planning the Christmas line in October, but a lot of people recommend that you do it in the summer, like you plan Christmas in the summer. I don't have to do that with my customers because I know that the products are going to sell out really fast. So it really just depends on your market and that you're giving yourself enough time. Start with freehandmadetraining.com. That's one of Renee Christine's trainings, and it's like one of the best that she's ever made. So that should help you with the product lines and actually launching them a little bit.
Before people freak out in the comments over that last one for the shipping, Haley's House said you have to put that in the shipping amount for each country. No. The way that she has her set up is USA, this price, everywhere else, this price. You can do it for each individual country, but you're going to get bored really quick doing that. So
yeah,
I would just take like an estimate, an average for where it takes to ship everywhere else except your country, and just make an everywhere else section. Unless there's like a couple of countries that it costs an extravagant amount to ship to, then you can make individual ones for those.
I don't worry about
but
it.
I honestly wouldn't worry about it too much.
It's usually between $12 and $13 for me. And if it's over that, I pay it. I'll pay the difference for the customer if they live in some obscure place where it's a little bit more than that. But for an 8-ounce package, which is usually what I ship, or a 5-ounce package, 5 to 8 ounces, it usually costs about $12 to $13. So I have $13.50 as that price. And anything left over can be considered handling charges. So.
Right. Angela, how should I set up a sale? 10% off the first 50 and 15% off 75 or more coupons, or Etsy on sale?
That's all up to you, Angela. We can't tell you how to hold your sale. You just got to pick something that works for you, and nothing's going to work better than something else. It just is your ability to market it. Because
as long as you're not going into the red, that's all that you really should care about. As long as you're making a profit after materials, cost, and labor, that's all that really matters. Like we do 30% and then 30%. So 30% off for the sale with a 30% off coupon. Not everybody's going to get that coupon. So
only my VIPs.
Only the VIPs are going to get that. So some people are getting 30% off, and then some people are getting math percent off because 30 and then 30. But that works for us. But it's going to be different depending on how you price your products, how much your products cost. All that kind of stuff. So that's kind of up to you. As long as you're making a profit, it's totally up to you.
Yeah, there's no best answer. I will say that people do love stacking coupons. So if you can do the double dip and they think that, and if you have like a VIP list or an email list so that you can advertise a double dip, people really enjoy, and that's like a psychological trigger. I mean, there's a whole show about coupon stacking and, the coupon people. So people love to do that.
You got to beat those people.
What?
Got to beat those people.
I thought you meant like beat them, like beat those people, those couponers. No, we don't beat the couponers. We sell them products.
Linda, did you send swipe files for?
No.
For what?
I think she was talking about the ones from the webinar that you guys probably won't, and that was like in October. But no, the day before yesterday, I sent you guys free goodies for Black Friday if you were on the VIP list linked below, if you have no idea what I'm talking about. And it was a Black Friday survival guide that talks about exactly when you should be doing everything, when you should be marketing, and a Black Friday phrases marketing idea sheet with different phrases that you can use in your Black Friday marketing, and they're attention grabbers that I've personally used. Things like, we are going to break the internet with this sale. And I think that I have 30 phrases on there that you guys can use. So if you didn't get that and you want it, down below, there is the link to join the VIP email list. That's where I send all the freebies. Join that. I will check today to see how many new people have joined, and I will send it to you. Now, if you still did not receive it, reply to any of the emails that I've sent you from starla@thehandmadealphas.com, or send me an email at starla@handmadealphaacademy.com. starla@handmadealphaacademy.com. And I can send it to you. Or just tag me in the Facebook group. That's also linked below. And I can make sure you get those.
Amy Profit. How come I was trying to do a sale in person? Why did it black out a lot of my listings?
I'm
not sure what you're talking about.
You did like were you using like an Etsy card swiper and it Amy, if you want to go into more detail with that, feel free to post again. That way I can make sure. Linda, I'm on the list.
Holy crap. These questions are filling up. We gotta
that's fine. That's fine.
All right, Hannah. I'm based in the UK but ship worldwide. Should I focus my SEO on UK or USA monthly views on SEO book? Thanks, guys. This is my favorite time of the week. For Black Friday?
Or just all the time. I think she means all the I mean all you know what? Just where do you mostly make sales to? Who's your target market?
Focus on your target market 100%. Yeah. Obviously over the holidays, USA's probably the best place because we like to spend too much money on everything.
Oh yeah. Where do you ship to most frequently? And wherever you ship to most frequently and you see that your customers usually come in, focus there. And if you don't make a lot of sales right now and you can't really guess, then that gives you kind of brain to choose who you want to sell to, and then you can just focus on whatever market you want to. US, I will tell you, we are greedy people over here and we spend a lot of money. Like anybody in the comments will say, like during the holidays, Black Friday, like we're crazy. We are.
I'm materialistic.
Yeah, we don't go out on Black Friday because people die, and that's not cool. No. I'm not getting trampled.
I'm short-tempered. I can't be with that many people.
So yeah, but in the US, it's just buying is just kind of like a big thing. We spend a lot more money than most other countries. So it's a good place to target. You can kind of exploit us US guys over here because we spend a whole lot of money during the holidays, way more than we should. So use that to your advantage if you're in another country. I'm sure everybody in the comments can verify what Black Friday is like here. It's crazy.
April G. There was a recent article about sellers leaving Etsy since Etsy isn't patrolling items that are being mass-produced from China or removing people who are stealing designs and undercutting. Are you worried about this at all?
No, because that's going to happen everywhere.
It's going to happen anywhere. And if it goes to a point where somebody like Walmart or Target or somebody likes that steals one of our products or steals one of your guys' products, I mean, we would immediately pursue a lawsuit. So it's fine. There's artistic right to some of that stuff you got to kind of consider. We're obviously not the first people to be doing key necklaces. And certainly not the last. People have done it since then. So, I mean, there's technically nothing illegal about what they're doing as long as they're not exactly copying what you're doing.
Now, the mass-produced people, I will say that Etsy Studio...
They've been slamming down on that quite a bit.
Yeah, the new CEO... A lot of changes have taken place since he came around. And Etsy Studio, I believe, was actually Etsy's slick way of kind of covering up the mistake that they made by allowing all those Chinese mass-produced sellers to come in and sell like things that they didn't, make. And I feel like because they put Etsy Studio in where people can now sell like those charms that they just buy in bulk and resell, was their way to kind of filter that out. And that's just my personal opinion. That's what I think. But it's helped it a little bit. Am I worried about it? No, because Etsy's actually beginning to finally pick back up over, after years of decline. So I still think that Etsy is the best handmade marketplace. And
by far.
Yes, definitely.
By far. Because most other handmade marketplaces, I cannot talk today. I'm still recovering from being sick, but most other handmade marketplaces are just printed crap that people print on like t-shirt websites and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that if you're making the designs yourself. But I mean, the majority of handmade places are just things that people are buying from China and reselling, which Etsy is not empty of that. There's plenty of that on Etsy, but at the same time, there's actual handmade stuff that people put their heart and soul into, and it's a great place to sell. And I think it always will be.
Here's the thing. If a new shop opened and tried to steal my designs, and they thought that they could compete with me and get my reviews, make my products exactly, and build the momentum that I have, good on them. Try me.
And God forbid it made it to one of her fan pages. Like those people wouldn't get their inboxes full of.
Yeah,
we wouldn't directly target somebody like that.
But my fans, if they see something even remotely close to what I make, they run and let me know. And I usually have to calm them down and say, you know what? Don't try to attack this seller. I encourage people to make products within my industry because having competition helps me. I am the top of the line in my industry. And if there's a bunch of sellers below me, that builds me higher. So you guys, that's the same that applies to you. You should invite competition and think about the ways that you can be at the top of a marketplace.
If there's no competition, there's no demand. So.
Yeah, exactly. Invite competition.
And we've had that happen with a previous competitor before. We're obviously not going to say names here, but we did have fans going back and forth, and that got pretty nuts.
They ended up having to close their business down after 10 successful years of selling because they stopped shipping orders on Christmas of 2 years ago, and it opened a bunch of lawsuits. A bunch of people thought that I was like in cahoots with them because we made similar products. It was just a mess. But
Alec, advice on writing Christmas orders guidelines. Live in UK, and our post is shocking, so don't want to guarantee delivery, but guarantee postage before final postage. I would say same thing that we do. See what their guidelines are and give it leeway of 3 to 5 days.
Yeah, I've got a video on my channel called something about holiday shipping policies. It was like a week ago, I think. Go watch that video, because even though it talks about the USPS and United States Postal Service, you can apply it to your area and do the same thing. So go back and watch that video, and that should help you out with setting up your shop.
All right, Autumn. I have gotten more views, favorites since improving my listings with long tail and SEO and stuff, but not many sales. Middle of the road pricing. I have 4 photos for products. Should I have more? Minimum of 5.
Yeah, definitely. Minimum of 5. So you want to have 5 different photos. Usually, if you can get more than that, that's fine. And if so you've done SEO and things.
Yeah. It's not going to be immediate. Even using adding the other picture isn't going to get you the sales automatically. Obviously, it's more attractive, and for the SEO, it's better. But
you're climbing a mountain.
It still takes time. It's like her SEO and all that stuff was crap, and we were still making sales when she first started. And if we were to start up a shop right now and put all the SEO, like if she never existed and she were to go do everything she's doing right now, she wouldn't start making hundreds of sales.
Right.
Like we'd get an influx of sales, but it takes time to build up that fan base, to get the email list going and make people hyped and want to buy your product.
And repeat buys.
It's a very slow process.
Right. But the more you grow every day. And that's why it's important that if you're new, you begin having that professional mindset now, where you don't just say, oh, this is good enough. My photos are good enough. My SEO is good enough. No, it has to be perfect. And you have to keep making it more perfect as you grow. So never say good enough, and always keep working on it. And I have tons of videos to help you with SEO, photos, and all of that. So,
and those of you asking about a replay, yes, there will be a replay. Yes. As long as YouTube does its job right, there will be a replay.
Yeah, YouTube hasn't failed us yet. So, but we always
other than the scheduling problem, which may have just been sick her.
Yeah, it could have been.
Kellyanne, if I'm getting sales on Etsy, but people aren't signing up for my email list, does that mean 30% off isn't enough of an incentive for them to sign up?
No.
I have a promo on my banner and on my listings. No, you shouldn't have to beg people to sign up for your stuff. It takes time.
Not everybody signs up for mine at 30%. In fact, most of the people that I've gotten on my email list are by making it an optional entry into my giveaways. Like it's an optional entry that they get, like a bonus entry into a giveaway if they sign up for my email list.
And it'll build up over time. And you'll see things grow. Like it'll grow 1 or 2 people here and there, and then eventually those 1 or 2 people turns into 4 or 5 a week, and those 4 or 5 turns into 10 or 15 a week. It grows over time, but just like everything else, it takes time.
I'll say it's better to have a few, like 5 or 6 great fans on that email list than 100 fans that aren't going to open your emails. So focus on getting people on there that you really want there. In fact, I do an email list cleanup. And I go through on MailChimp, and if I see that somebody hasn't opened my emails in months, I remove them, because I want to make sure that my emails are only reaching people that matter to me, not just people who might have signed up a couple months ago because I was giving something away for free and now they don't care anymore. So I just remove those people. Feel good when people unsubscribe, because that means that you can focus on who's important on that list.
Nairobis Martinez, I'm getting ready to open my new shop. Is it a better idea to have a grand opening after Black Friday?
If it were me, I would, but it just depends. If you wanted to, it's a really hard week right now.
It's a hard time of year to be opening a shop, but it's one of those it's never too late kind of things, or it's never too soon.
It depends on how much, like, are you ready? And I don't mean like you personally, but do you have, some marketing photos ready to go? Are you prepared to take that many orders if you get some? Do you have SEO done already? If you don't have SEO and things like that, even if you were to launch for Black Friday, it doesn't ensure that you're going to make sales if you are not ready to go with your SEO, good photos, etc. So honestly, that's completely up to you. Do I think that offering a discount from the get-go is a good idea? No, I don't think that you should put your products on discount for Black Friday, but you could list them for Black Friday, because even if people aren't, they might still buy from you. I'm not going to tell you that you're going to make a bunch of sales because it's going to be a really hectic time and everybody's competing for rank on Etsy right now. But there's going to be a lot of shoppers on Etsy on Black Friday. So if you're ready, go ahead and launch, see how it goes. Just don't have like super duper high expectations. Do it more as a experimental thing. If that makes sense?
Time is on your side when it comes to Etsy. The longer you're on Etsy, the more the SEO likes you. So
right.
Even if you don't make a lot of sales right now, these extra couple of months could help you in the long run. Terry Albright, do you copyright or register your images? Someone stole one of my pics and is now using my photo and making my jewelry item in China and selling it. Ugh.
No, Terry, I don't, because my products are, I wouldn't say that they're hard to make, but it's more like it takes a lot more effort than I think that one of those those Chinese mass-produced companies would be willing to put into it. Honestly, when it comes to China, you want to talk about the China copyright stuff since we've gone over that?
Well, for one, if your shop's on Etsy and so there's a few different things that play in here. If your watermark was on that picture and they removed it, automatically that's a no-go. They can't do that. If they're directly using your picture and you can prove it, I honestly, if they're on Etsy, I would contact them directly. Say, please remove this listing from your shop or these listings from your shop. Please stop using my pictures.
Or I'm reporting you.
Or I'm reporting you to Etsy. And give them a week, because it's China and sometimes they don't check on their shop for weeks on end. Give them a week, and if they don't, report them to Etsy. Say that here's my proof, here's my picture, here's my shop, here's the link to the product of the picture that they're using, even if it's a deactivated listing. Send it to Etsy, and they'll take it down.
Etsy, talk about the China copyright laws. How
they don't give a crap.
They don't really have copyright laws
over there,
and you can't pursue them.
You can, and I honestly, I looked it up just out of curiosity because I figured at some point a Chinese company is going to steal our stuff. There's no doubt about it. It's going to happen. You can sue a Chinese company, but it's not worth your effort because they don't they don't recognize any other country's laws. And it's going to take a long time for them to even get to a Chinese court. And whether or not that court wants to pursue a lawsuit because you're a foreigner, they're probably going to throw it out.
Have the better product. Have the better product.
Have the better product and get them off Etsy. If they're using your pictures and stealing your products, they might have even bought one of your products, maybe. I mean,
they can't make it as good as you.
They can't make it.
They're trying to make it as fast as possible.
It's going to be crappy. But in the end, you can get them removed off of Etsy. Even if you just get your picture removed from their listing, that's already a win for you because they're not going to take as good of pictures as you. There's no way they're going to take as good of pictures as you, and they're not going to edit them. They're just going to throw them on a white piece of paper and take
they had to steal it from you. They are so not in tune with their own products that they can't take a picture. Come on.
Right. So yeah. Just get the picture removed from their listing, and you should be good to go.
God, it makes me.
They don't know how to do SEO either, so you're already going to be winning them out on most cases.
Don't sweat it. Just don't even waste your time, and don't let it bother you.
Send them a message. If that doesn't work, report them to Etsy and be done with it. Keep an eye on them and be done.
Etsy
same way. Don't do crowds. Hate crowds. Never liked them. Amazing.
Will you guys offer this webinar after? This isn't really a webinar. We do these every Friday.
But yes, like I said before, there will be a replay as long as YouTube doesn't goof.
We're here every Friday, other than next Friday because it's going to be Black Friday.
Kay's Beautiful Struggle. I just opened my shop in September, so I'm not doing sales this year, but you're right. US spends a lot.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. One customer bought 10 journals from me for gifts.
That's awesome. That's perfect.
We're the kind of people here that we see something we don't even need, but it's like 25% off, and now we need it. That's just
a wolf stapler.
A wolf stapler. It was like $20.
A plastic guinea pig. from my desk.
We don't need that.
I need it.
And we just watched a video on what foreign countries think is weird about U.S. citizens, and houses was one of the things that I'd never really thought about. Apparently, our houses are like 3 times the size of people's houses everywhere else, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because we're also much larger than most people in the world.
We're not.
We're not, but U.S. in general.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh my crap.
Okay.
I don't know where we were. Just give me a second. Okay, there's the China thing. Start production. Christmas shipping guidelines. We're a little bit further. Sorry, my thing shot down to the bottom and my highlight went
Past
away.
this, because that's the thing.
Yeah,
there
there
we
it
go.
is. Is there a benefit, Heather, is there a benefit to having a fixed shipping cost versus having it calculated for you by Etsy?
I prefer having the fixed cost, personally, because I always know what to expect. I've actually never had Etsy try to calculate it for me. I would say get an idea of what it usually costs for your products to ship and just stick to that. That's what I do. Honestly, it's more of a personal preference. And that's what I prefer to do. So it's easier for me to guesstimate myself than to have Etsy try to guess for me. So that's what I prefer.
April, do you sell anywhere outside of Etsy? If you don't have your own website, do you plan to have one?
I'm creating my architect website right now for
And every once in a while we do local events too. We did some out on our base, but not
in California.
We don't have time.
No.
Especially this time of year, we don't have time.
Here's the thing. I could waste all day sitting at some venue trying to sell my products and set up and pay the bill and all that and make just as much money busting my butt as I would like on a normal day on Etsy. And my products sell so quick on Etsy that, you know, when you're making multiple sales a day on Etsy, it's not really as big a deal, you know, for jewelry. But for your guys' products, you know, it might be completely different. So that's just me.
Let's see. Dakota, Mark, will you be offering in the future to fix, repair our laptops if we need to?
That's hard.
That's really difficult. So here's the thing. I'm ex-military intelligence. I know a lot about computers. I do computer gaming. I build my own computers. But the thing is, I'm not an electrical engineer, and I'm not a computer engineer or a programmer. So I know how to fix basic problems off the top of my head, and I know how to fix some more advanced problems, but actually fixing a laptop, probably not.
Like if it's actually the components.
Especially a laptop, because here's the thing. Most laptops, especially like sub-$1,000 laptops, most of the components are soldered to the motherboard. So I would actually have to go in and desolder or de-weld or cut pieces, and I don't trust myself doing something like that because, like I said, I'm not an engineer.
Right, and if he actually broke your laptop or something.
If you got a virus or something and it wasn't like a significant malware like Make Me Cry or something like that, yeah, I could probably do that for like $20.
That's the name of a virus. Make Me Cry.
Oh, by the way, if you get Make Me Cry, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Or anyone for that matter. The FBI doesn't even know how to get rid of it.
Put it in the garbage because it's done.
Yeah. But probably not. Maybe in the future I could do some simple stuff, but
like virus removal, computer cleanup.
Yeah, that even then I have to pay for a license to be able to do remote desktops. Otherwise, you'd have to send your computer to me, and I don't know. I don't have a lot of free time right now, so if I do, I'll think about it in the future. If you guys are interested in something like that, maybe I could, but it's going to be a limited service. That's going to be more on the software end and just kind of general cleanup, that kind of thing. So I'll take that into consideration. Excuse me. Hannah, just received today's email. Somehow ended up on your email list twice. Any way to remove me so I only get each email once?
Yeah, Hannah, just reply. Who is it calling? Hannah, just reply to that. And is that me? Just answer it.
Hello? Hello?
It's that solar panel guy. Tell him to go away.
My parents.
Oh, okay. It's your parents. Some guy keeps calling me about installing the solar panels in California, and he keeps calling at like 10 o'clock at night here. It's so annoying because we have California phone numbers still. Okay, so Hannah, if you're getting 2 emails, do me a favor and just go ahead and reply to one of them and let me know, and then I can just remove you, because what probably happened is if you signed up for the holiday webinar, rather than your email list or your email getting merged, you ended up on once for the VIPs, once for the holiday webinar, and you're getting emails from both signups. So just email me and let me know. Rachel Bentley. When should I send my Black Friday coupon to my email list? Should I send a teaser with this teaser this weekend and the coupon in Thursday, or should I go ahead and send the coupon code and a reminder Thursday? Rachel, did you join the Handmade off of VIPs linked below? Because I actually sent you guys this really cool cheat sheet that goes over exactly when you should be sending out the marketing, when you should be sending out the coupons, and all that. So if you did not receive that and you are on the email list, email me at, here, I'll type it in the comments. It is Starla at Handmade, I type slow, alphaacademy.com. Just remove the space. Email me, say, hey, Starla, I didn't get my Black Friday cheat sheets. And I'll send them to you, okay? So if you guys need to know when to market, like all your Black Friday stuff, I will send you that over. Everything okay?
Just wanted to know if they were taking the kiddo today or tomorrow.
Oh.
Or she said she couldn't do it today because she's sick.
Well, then they probably shouldn't take her tomorrow.
Now you're gonna have to scoop.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, I just did Rachel. Rachel.
Jokes.
David.
What if we run a US $1 a day Etsy ad promotion?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Run a promotion. Run a signal.
That's all you.
Yeah, if you guys want to promote,
You
then
can
do
give me
it.
$1 a day.
No, don't give him $1 a day.
Set up that Patreon.
I don't want no Patreons. If you guys
It's not for the business. It's just for me. It's my gaming budget.
we're not doing, everyone keeps asking if we're going to do a Patreon, and I appreciate you guys wanting to send us money. Thank you for offering to send us money, but please don't send us money. If you want to support us, go to my Etsy shop. It's linked below. If you like my products, buy one. If you don't, please don't buy one, because we're not going to take donations from you guys. We're happy to do this. And later on, due to popular demand, there probably will be an Etsy specific course that we're going to start working on, because you guys have obviously voiced that you want it, but it's going to take a lot of time. That's not going to be available for a while. And when it gets closer to, it like being done, we'll let you guys know. But we're never going to stop doing this. So please don't offer to send us money. Like, I love you guys, and I don't want you guys to have to do that.
Dina, a company from China bought one of my digital products and is now mass producing it in print and have sold thousands. Are they on Etsy? Because if they are, report them.
Yeah, report them immediately.
And if they're literally selling thousands, like if that's a legitimate statement, I would just contact a lawyer.
And you know what? If you can do that, and if you're worried about it.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, if you're worried about it, Dina, then just here. Everyone I've talked about says it's almost impossible to get anywhere with this, and it's better to not waste your time and just move on. Unfortunately, yes, maybe just stop selling that product, start selling something else. That way, people don't think that you're the one who messed up, and that's sad.
No, because those Chinese sellers, their listings always look like
if it's a digital product, though,
it doesn't matter. Their SEO is going to look like crap, and the English is always terrible. The descriptions are crap. I mean, look through the listing. If they copied like the description and the everything, report them to Etsy. Get that crap taken off.
If they're not on Etsy, Etsy's like where it's really going to matter. So if they're not on Etsy,
scammers will steal pictures and sell, but not actually ship any product. If that happens, they will definitely get removed, because those people
from wherever they sell from.
Yeah, because they'll get reported like immediately.
Yeah, I read that one.
Yeah, I'm a New Yorker. We may be the worst.
Oh, for Black.
Honestly, I've never been to New York.
I don't really have any desire to go.
We don't like large crowds or highways. Oh my God, driving.
I just
Northern California was too much for me to handle without my road rage going nuts. So yeah. New York is a no-go for me.
Hi, Emily. We've known Emily forever. You don't know that, but I've known Emily forever.
I have a combined shop I use at cons and still have my own Etsy and social media. Should I focus on sales on one Etsy and stop my own, or try to run both, especially with sales for the holidays?
Here's the thing about having two Etsy shops. It's possible to be successful on more than one, but I'll let you know that I wasn't able to do it. It's very difficult, and you have to divide your marketing. So you're not going to be able to, there are no massive Etsy shops other than maybe digital shops where they're doing less work, that have more than one shop. So it's usually, run by one person. If you've got like a bunch of people to help you, that's one thing, but you can't divide you'd have to have 100% of your focus on your marketing. And imagine like if I were to try to divide that time between two shops, it would be impossible for me. So that's completely up to you. I always try to recommend sticking to one thing that you're good at and the thing that you really want to be known for. For the holidays, you know what? You're not gonna, right now is crunch time. So if you're talking about shutting down one for the holidays, I mean, that's completely up to you. It just depends. In the long run though, I think it's best to have one shop that you're really thriving at. Otherwise, if you're just doing it for fun and you're doing it because you enjoy it, it's okay to have more than one shop. Just know that it's going to be harder. It's a lot harder.
Stephanie, do y'all recommend watermarking all of our pics?
No.
Personal preferences, but nah, I wouldn't worry about it.
I put a little watermark in the bottom right-hand corner, but the thing is, you really want to...
Anybody can, if somebody wants it bad enough, they're going to take it.
I can edit any watermark out of any photo, even if you put that watermark right on the photo. I can do it. And if I can do it...
takes me about 10 minutes.
Yeah. If we can do it, not that we are telling you to do it.
Somebody that's good at it can do it a lot easier than us.
Yeah. So I wouldn't, you know what? It's just going to distract eyes from the product. Some people might have varying opinions, but, it's not going to stop people.
Here's the thing. Big companies aren't going to steal your stuff, most likely. It can happen, but those are the people that you can sue. Those aren't the people that are going to be stealing your pictures and watermarks. Just like the other people we've been talking about, they're from China. They're crappy little Chinese sellers. Be the better seller, make the better product.
No, we're not saying that Chinese people. We're not talking about I'm
talking about the Chinese fraud sellers.
Right. Like there's more fraud sellers in China. I don't want anybody to freak out and think, what do we have against China? We don't have anything against China.
I love Chinese food.
That was awful of you. Don't say that.
I've never honestly met a legitimate Chinese person outside of a restaurant, so I don't have anything to be biased about anyway.
I have, like in school. And
my past 7 years of my life have been in
the military, where
U.S. Air Force intelligence. There's not a single person that's Chinese in that career field.
Yeah, they can't, can they? They're not allowed.
They can. Yes, they can, but with an extensive investigation.
We're not even allowed to go to China, are we? Never.
She is. I'm not.
China or Russia, right? We can't visit.
There's like 13 countries I can't go to.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's say that on a live stream. Autumn, what are your thoughts on promoted ads on Etsy? Worth it or not?
I do it. I had a drink of water. I do it. If I do it, then maybe you could do it. I mean, it works for me. I do $2 a day, so it's not that real. It's not that much for me. Do what you can afford and try it.
Just kind of continuing on that. Hi, Starla. David. Hi, Starla. What about running an ad for $20 a day for a new seller to gain traction if you can afford it?
Yeah, all that's going to do though is it's going to be the same as having good SEO.
Yeah.
It's just going to make you if you have good SEO, you're going to pop up on the same pages, and you don't have to spend $20 a day is ridiculously steep. I am on page 1 for multiple search results, and I pay $2 a day, so 20 is extremely steep. I wouldn't do that. Work on your SEO, and I've got a great SEO video available. So, oof.
All right, Rugged Collars. Hello, first time live here. Welcome.
Hello.
I'm taking your advice for the Black Friday. Do you think this will do well if you have 10,000 sales this far? I mean, it's general advice.
Yeah, of course, definitely. That's more sales than I have.
I mean, honestly, it'd probably work better. You have more sales, so if it works for us, and it's worked for us since she's only had like 1,000 sales, then you have more traction, more following, more fans.
I don't have 1,000 sales now, but since I've had 1,000.
Yeah, since and we might not even have had that many because we've been doing this since your second year in business, so probably didn't even have 1,000 sales the first time, and this worked since the first time we've done it. So
yeah. Alibaba. Yeah.
Alibaba. Screw that website, man. They do all kinds of crap like that.
Yeah, I just
You could try reporting them to Alibaba, but it's Alibaba, so
yeah, they kind of.
If you got 5 minutes of free time, shoot them an email.
Yeah.
This is Blasted Monkey. I like that username. I didn't get the cheat sheet. I got the free ebook though. Should I try to sign up again?
No, or you'll get 2 emails.
Yep. It's more for the next year. I've just started, so I'm concentrating on my shop.
Just message me. Yep. Just reply to the message that has the ebook in it and say, hey, I didn't get my cheat sheets. And I'll send them to you either today or tomorrow, because we have to do some family stuff today. So today or tomorrow. I've seen your
R.L. White,
Friday.
I've seen your Black Friday promo pics. Do you add those to your page or just place it in the email or on Facebook for promotion?
I put my photos, I put those all over social media. I put them on Facebook. I put them on Instagram. I don't send out emails. I only send one email, which I talk about in the cheat sheet. I send one prep email to let them know, hey, my sale is coming. Keep an eye out on Black Friday. And then I send the Black Friday email. So no, I don't send a bunch of photos. Those are just Facebook promotions. And I don't even like boost them. I haven't boosted any of them. I just let my VIP list know that the Black Friday sale is coming, and I post those ads on all of my social media platforms. That's it. That's all I do.
Okay, so Amy back. This is a response to her previous question. Okay, here's the problem. I click sell now, then sell from listings. Half of my listings say unavailable to sell in person.
Unfortunately, I've never had that problem, Amy. So that might be something that you want to contact Etsy directly by. So just Google the Etsy like customer service email and shoot them a message, because they're going to be able to help you far better than I am. That sounds like a tech issue on their side. So try that.
Alec, is it worth to do Google shopping ads as well as promoted ads on Etsy?
Yep, I do both. I do both. So yes, I recommend both.
It's one of those things that it doesn't really hurt.
Yeah.
If it doesn't help, it doesn't hurt either.
Yeah. I mean, and if you decide that it's not worth it, then just turn them off.
Lauren, do you rotate your ad items, Starla?
No, I just promote my whole shop, and what Etsy usually does is it picks your bestseller. So you mean ad items that I'm actually paying for paid promoted listings on Etsy, or do you mean ad items that I'm creating small ads like on Facebook? Because I will feature different ads on Facebook with like different products that I'm featuring, but on Etsy promoted listings, they almost always pick the same few keys that sell. I have like certain sets of keys that sell once a day, and paid. That's what they. Oh, yes, paid. Okay, then no, I just keep it. I let it. I have it set to promote pretty much my whole shop, and what Etsy usually promotes is my best-selling set, which is my Dragon Lover set. And what?
Making stupid faces.
And that's what usually sells every day. What's wrong with you?
I'm in a good mood today. Can this process work for my website also? Yeah. Are you talking about the sale? Because
Barbara, yeah, of course, totally. Especially,
what do you think all of the main shops do? I mean, even Newegg that I talk about, Newegg that I talk about all the time in my emails, like their products are all going to be like 5% off, and then they're going to send me like a 15% off coupon to stack on top of it. Yeah, everybody does this.
Do it. Go for it.
Or most people do this because it works.
Everybody loves a sale. Doesn't matter where they're shopping.
Here's the thing about sales. So we do the 30% off and 30% off. Here's the thing that gets most people. That's not 60% off. But this is crappy that it's like this, but most people think, holy crap, off. I'm getting 60% off until they actually get to the counter and check out, and it's not 60% off.
It's not sneaky.
It's not sneaky. It's attractive to somebody because they're like, holy crap, I'm getting a massive amount of money off of this product. When in reality, if they're doing like 10% and then 5%, they're really only getting like, I'm not going to try to math. I'll just say like 12% off of the product altogether. But it's attractive, so it works everywhere.
Yeah, that's why major companies do it. So it does work very well.
Let's see. Have your sales, Xander.
Person guy. Thank you, sir.
Have your sales really taken off before you started offering content for Etsy sellers, or only after it?
We lived off of Etsy for years. We just started doing this.
Well, and my military pay.
Well, yeah, but then we were able to let him quit his job. Yeah. So no, YouTube was not like our major point. We already had like.
Then honestly, YouTube really hasn't boosted. No. I mean, we've gotten a couple sales from you guys that like our stuff, but really.
We've only been
this stuff is more for you guys than
for
us.
We've only been doing YouTube for like 6 months, and we've had our Etsy shop up for 5 years. And I was featured all around, the world in major news outlets. 2 years ago? So no, the YouTube channel isn't the reason.
And here's the thing: even though we do this, we still get 20 to 30 emails a day with questions that we have to answer. So this for you guys is a way to get the information a little bit faster. to elaborate on a question if you didn't word it right the first time. We can answer questions that you might need in a hurry, that kind of thing. So this not only lessens the workload for us, because we're extremely busy, especially this time of year, we're very busy.
This makes it easier for us to answer you guys.
It makes it easier for us, and it's easier for you because you don't got to sit and wait possibly 3 or 4 days before we can actually get to your email. Because it does fill up. And I'm not joking. 20 to 30 emails doesn't sound like a lot.
But they're long.
And most of the time, there's not a swipe file we can throw into it. They actually need a personalized answer.
Right. So we have to help you guys with very specific problems with very specific answers. So
if anything, the Facebook group has probably helped us out more than YouTube. But even then, it's not really that much because most of those customers are people that have already bought from us in the past. Let's see. Cynthia, we are still new and do not have a VIP list. However, we do get quite a few sales. Would it still be worth it to go ahead and do a 40% off versus a double dip?
Sure. Yeah. If you don't have a VIP list to send the coupon, she means like she doesn't have a VIP list.
I get it. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And you could, if you have a Facebook group or something, you could still even put, like, if you want to do 40% off in general because you don't have that many people on a VIP list. If you have a Facebook group or anywhere any pages that you post your products, you could still do like another maybe 10, 15% off coupon. You want to stack on top of that? Because really, that's not going to be that much of an increase on top of the 40%. So, yeah.
Yeah, totally. Or just do the 40% off. That's fine. It's a very appealing sale. 40% is a big number.
R.L. White, do you open for Black Friday on Thanksgiving?
Yes. Thanksgiving at around dinner time is when I start my Black Friday sales. So.
Let's see, y'all. Angela, sorry I didn't ask my question properly. I want to offer 15% off the $50 spent and 15% off of 75% or more.
Oh.
Can I set this up on Etsy on sale or just as coupons, or does it work on either one?
I'm not sure about that, Angela. I'll admit.
You might have to play around with it.
I think you can, but I'm pretty sure you can on Etsy on Etsy on sale. You're just going to have to play with it and look through some of the settings when you're actually setting up the sale. So if somebody down in the comments by chance knows, like if they've tried it, let me know. I've never personally done it, so I don't want to tell you for sure, but I think I might have seen that you can set a minimum purchase amount to receive, those discounts. You'll just have to check.
I don't see our previous question.
There it is.
I was looking for the question, like if this was related to a previous one. Katrina, how do you mean, don't they promote SEO? Don't they promote based on SEO, what people search regarding the promoted listings?
Yes, they do. So you do have to have relevant keywords in there. But if you're able to rank on page 1, it doesn't matter if you also have an ad promoted on page 1. So, for example, you type in skeleton key necklace on Etsy, and I pop up on page 1 for that search term, and it's not going to be an ad. It's going to be an organic listing that I've gotten there through SEO. So, it doesn't matter if you're promoting an ad if you're able to reach that on page 1 anyway. What I was telling him was that he didn't need to pay $20 a day just to be, promoted through Etsy ads and be placed on like page 1 of a search result, if that makes sense, because it's, you can still achieve that organically through SEO. It just takes a little bit of work. But if you want to pay your way up for $20, you can. Just as soon as you're done promoting those listings, it's not going to improve your SEO quality at all. It's better to work on SEO, in my opinion, and put less money into those promoted listings, because ultimately SEO can only help you. You're only going to get higher and higher once you've found that sweet spot with your keywords.
And this person responded to Amy. She's the one that was having that issue with the selling in person. Sandra, Amy Profit, I had an issue with selling items in person if the listing had variations.
Oh.
That might be your problem. That very well could be.
Yeah, that makes sense. So
let's see. Autumn, making website in addition to a shop. What is best for hosting to have better Google integration?
For Google integration, that doesn't really matter. I use HostGator personally. If you want to know about hosting, I personally use HostGator. I've heard that Bluehost, I think is the name of it, is cool too. We
aren't touching GoDaddy ever freaking again.
Oh, GoDaddy. Yeah, you know what? I bought one little $1 domain name to make you guys a cool holiday webinar. When I held that webinar, the sign up page for that, I just bought a $1 GoDaddy thing, and we have got nonstop phone calls.
They won't stop calling.
They are
me.
harassing us. Not
At
GoDaddy.
9:30, 10:30 at night.
Yeah, not GoDaddy in particular, but they sold his phone
it because
number.
we didn't pay for the insurance, quote unquote, to not have our information sold. That's not insurance. That's just flat out. I can't even think of the freaking word.
Yeah, but basically they sold his information because we didn't pay $18 for insurance on a $1 domain name that I purchased. So
Don't die.
I'll be okay. So yeah.
Extortion. There you go.
I'm not saying GoDaddy's bad if you've used it, but we have a sour.
That's extortion. They're
We're
literally
angry.
saying, pay us or we're going to give your information to a bunch of people.
Right.
And they did. I have blocked probably 30 or 40 phone numbers now, and I still get new calls because of the way that online VoIP calling works.
I like HostGator personally. They've been very helpful. I really enjoy them.
Yep, they've been great. Let's see. Making a website in addition to, okay, that's
Okay.
that. Watch, I can crochet so fast. I can't crochet where the crap, so congratulations.
Rebecca, she makes cute products. I did a review for her.
Leanne, is Renee what?
We need more. What
That's
coding?
extortion on their part. That's the word I was looking for that my brain just bleh.
What coding do you
We're not to that yet.
Oh.
Dirge for winter. How often does someone take you up on the offer to use hypoallergenic coating for your jewelry? Maybe once every other month.
Yeah, not very frequently.
Not very often.
And then what type of coating do you use? I use an enamel coating because I do use costume metals. I don't use like actual sterling silver, otherwise I would be pricing a lot higher. So it's an option if you guys want to do something like that. And be sure to offer something other than a chain if you make jewelry. I do like a hypoallergenic vegan leather, and I also do a black suede option for those with metal allergies. So it's always good to keep those people in mind.
Oh, there's the.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Lisa,
really appreciate what all you guys are doing. Just opened my shops 2 weeks ago, and your videos are helping me so much.
Congrats,
You're welcome.
Lisa. Keep us posted. Make sure that you're in the Facebook community as well.
All right. Leanne, does Etsy SEO is changed in this last month, or Renee Christine's formula still works?
Yeah, Renee Christine's formula still works. It's Etsy SEO doesn't really change that much. Like people talk about, Etsy SEO has changed, and now I'm not on page 1 anymore. When usually it's not that they've changed, it's a bunch more sellers are more active on the platform right now, and you're competing for spaces with your keywords, which is why renewing listings is going to bump you back up, and then you slowly fall, then you click renew and you bump back up. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, just go back to my SEO video and that will help a little bit.
Alicia B, email clients, is Outlook where it's at, or are there others you like a lot? I like Outlook. If you're on a Mac, please use Mac Mail. Don't use Outlook. It's not built for Mac. God, I hate when people do that. It works, but holy crap. But either way, I personally don't use an email client, specifically because if a server setting changes for the server that you're using, you got to go in and change that. It's easier to just use whatever service you're provided by, because obviously you can get an Outlook account directly, and that's the easiest. I use Gmail. It's the easiest for me. You can encrypt emails if you want to, if you know how to do it. It's easy to organize. And I know if there's an email problem, I don't have to go fiddling around with settings or anything like that. It's in Google. So I know if there's a problem with my email, Google will fix it eventually and it'll get worked out. And I don't have to call anybody. I don't have to contact anybody. And I don't have to, it's not my computer that's messing up and nothing like that.
And you can buy a professional email through Gmail, like my Starla at handmadealphaacademy.com.
And if you have a bigger business with multiple employees, you can get
a G Suite.
You can get a G Suite and have everybody contacted. You can set levels of authentication and all that kind of crazy.
You can buy everybody their own email that doesn't say at Gmail. It will say,
I'm all about that Gmail.
Yeah,
I'm all about that.
I love Gmail.
I don't recommend people, and some people can do this if you're scared to set up your own email and you like your internet provider to do it. I don't recommend people use your internet service provider email because those are always causing problems. And
he worked for one.
And I worked for one. And most of the time, if you say switch out to another internet service provider, most of the time your email address gets deleted along with all of the emails inside of it, and there's no way to get it back. If they get bought out by another company and it switches domains, sometimes your email address gets deleted and there's nothing you can do about it. Just use Gmail. If you're already set in your email and it works fine for you, use that. But if you want to start up a new email or you plan to, I recommend Gmail just because it's easy to use. It's secure. It works well with Google Chrome. It's optimized for Google Chrome, which I also recommend people use on all platforms. as long as it works on your platform.
You're welcome, Toby. Stephanie.
This was probably answered, but I missed it somewhere. Can customers stack Etsy coupons?
No.
Nope.
They cannot. Yep, you have to use, and if you want to do a double dip, you have to use Etsy on sale, which I have a video on my channel. If you missed that, it was the last video that I actually uploaded, not including this one. So feel free to go back and watch that.
Sandy Pacheco, finally have a Facebook group. How do I get a % off to them, but not everyone? Just
post it in the group and make your group private.
Either A, post it in the group, or what I would recommend, and she's probably not even thinking about right now, post that you're doing a whatever % off sale and say, but you have to join my email list to get it. And voila, you have email list subscribers.
She probably doesn't. She might not have an email list though. I like to
It's
put
easy
it.
to make one.
I like to put it in the description, like the caption for my banner, because you upload your banner for your group and it's like a photo. If you put something on there that says click here to claim 30% off, it's gonna enlarge the banner, show the caption off to the side, and then you just put the coupon code right into that, and then they can see it.
It's extortion on their part.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Let's see. I have free shipping. Eltos. I have free shipping on orders over a certain amount set up in Etsy. Can I add a 40% off store-wide sale through Etsy, or do I need to use Etsy on sale?
As long as are you running that free shipping? So you're running it through the marketing tab. The free shipping is actually run through the marketing tab, because I'm not sure. I don't think if you're structuring that as a sale on Etsy, like, that's your sale, you're choosing free shipping for the sale. I don't think they're going to be able to stack anything on top of that. You guys can fact check that if you want to, because I'm not 100% sure. But as far as I know, if you're running one type of sale through Etsy, you cannot create another sale through Etsy that can be stacked on that. So you will need to use Etsy on sale if you plan to offer something else.
So there's my hair a week after getting it cut. That sexy fade. Got it going on.
You got like the little cowlick in the front.
That's right. I know. That's from my
you and your little sweater. Aw, his little sweater, so cute.
Let's see here. Seriously, no GoDaddy.
Oh, yeah. I hate GoDaddy.
Me too. I don't use them anymore. Nothing against them. It's just that there's crappy customer service and crappy business practices.
Yeah, it's shady. Autumn Lane Artistry.
When selling various sizes, is it best to offer options in one listing or create new listings for each size offering? Art prints is what I'm referring to. Sorry for so many questions. That's why we're here.
I would recommend just doing variations if it's just sizes. That's what variations are for, because people don't want to go to your storefront and see the same thing over and over again. So just do variations.
Let's see. I heard Renee Christine, Life with Lauren. I heard Renee Christine talk about SEO and that she recommended only using one strong keyword in the title so Etsy can understand what term you're trying to rank for. What are your thoughts?
I have a lot of, it's not that I have opposing thoughts. What Renee Christine kind of tries to teach you guys is how to do things that are going to be easier for you guys to understand. Understanding that a lot of people who are joining Etsy for the first time, some of them are retired, some of them aren't computer or tech savvy, and most people do not understand exactly how SEO works. The thing is, he and I do, and we know exactly what Etsy looks for and how they read that information on the screen. So I think that both work. Personally though, I know how to rank for more than one keyword. I know how to do that because I know how Etsy reads the content and how it actually reads the words that I'm putting into my listing. Which I'm hoping, it's such a long and tedious and confusing process that I'm hoping to incorporate that into my course later on. But if you want to follow Renee Christine's way by only choosing one keyword that you really want to rank for, that works perfectly. Just make sure that you're using it consistently. If you look in my shop, you will notice that all throughout my shop, every single part of my shop, I use the long tail keyword skeleton key necklace. And I rank on page 1 for that. But I also rank for other keywords like couples necklace set, and I also rank for the term key to my heart necklace. That's a 5-word keyword, and I'm on page 1 for those. So start with trying to rank for one if you're new to SEO, if you don't understand how SEO works, and if you don't know how Etsy reads SEO. Now, if you're a little bit deeper into it and you might understand more of how the search algorithm actually works, the ones and zeros behind the page and the meta tag data, you can try to rank for more than one. But if none of that made sense to you, stick with Renee Christine's formula because that's what's going to work best for you. And maybe later we'll try to break down things a little bit easier for you guys, but it's just a really complicated thing that you have to have like a little, I had to just explain it to him, and he showed me things that I didn't know, and he didn't even know about SEO, but just by opening up the code and looking at it, we were able to sit together and figure out exactly what Etsy is reading. So,
well, kind of. You can't see everything in a page because that would make it too easy.
But we can guess. We can look and make educated guesses.
I know a little bit of programming, so I can look at the code and kind of make assumptions based on what I see. It's not 100% accurate, but it gives us more of an idea.
Right. We can see what they're reading, you know, and go into it a little bit deeper.
Robin Scherer, what type of journaling or other system do you use to keep up with all your projects and you need to keep on track? Calendars. Holy crap. So many calendars. No, that's too much. Calendars.
And then there's one on the wall over there. And then there's lists all over the desk.
There's email reminders, everything. We have a new office we're setting up in our downstairs, and we're going to have a new...
We have to like renovate it.
Yeah, we have to basically renovate it. And I'm building us 2 more... We're spending way too much money on computers, but building our own little server and all that kind of stuff that we're going to put some software into to kind of help keep track of that kind of stuff.
Like when interest in a course arose because so many people asked for it, we decided that we're not going to like do it like the easy way and just throw something together for you guys, which is why I told you like don't get super excited right away because it's going to take a few months. But if it happens, you know, we decided that, okay, well, they believe in us and we need to make it right and we're going to make it good. And in order to do that, we are setting up an actual recording studio in the basement, building a wall in our basement, putting, you know, soundproofing the room and making it perfect because, you know, we don't want to try to give you guys something that isn't going to help you. So we want to make sure that it is the best that it can possibly be. And in order to do that, we want to make sure that we actually have a proper recording studio to do that. So when it comes to the downstairs, we're going to have an entire different set of organizational tools. So what you're asking, basically, we got off topic there. Organizing, you know, you got to find a system that works best for you. Some people it's spreadsheets. Some people it is an app.
Yes, so you can set alarms for stuff. I mean, if you have a smartphone, you can go in and literally set an alarm on your calendar.
I went to Michael's, and Michael's has all kinds of cool little, like this just says to do, and it has like dates and things. You know, you can use any type of organizational tools that work for you. For me, I like paper. I like writing things down.
Yeah. Do what works for you. Don't try something new. Generally, people adapt to schedule changes and stuff like that weird. So just do what works for every other aspect in your life. Try to apply that to your shop for updating. Like whatever you take to remind you that your kid has to wear a specific outfit on a specific day to school, organize that in the same way you do your business.
Yeah, we do that stuff too. Like where our kid has to wear her spirit shirt on one
Goes
day.
On a calendar.
Yeah, otherwise I'd never remember. Tara.
Claudia.
Oh, Claudia, I'm sorry.
How important are variations? I haven't done that yet. Depends on how important variations are to your product. Really.
Yeah, it doesn't affect SEO or anything.
Some people do the like message me for this and this and this.
It makes things easier.
It makes things easier on you during the definitely during the order to I know I got something in my eyeballs bugging me. Like if you have like 5 different colors for a product instead of having somebody message you and having to read a bunch of people's emails, it's easier just to have them pick what color they want, and if they goof, it's on them, not you.
Right. Exactly.
So if they're not receiving the wrong thing for not messaging you correctly, that kind of it makes it easier on you.
Tara.
But it depends. Tara, how do you feel your methods work for one-of-a-kind items like vintage versus handmade?
You know, it really depends. SEO is a lot harder for vintage and one-of-a-kind products simply because most of your SEO is going to rely on repeat buys. The more that Etsy detects that something is selling over and over again, the more likely they are to bump up your rank and put you on page 1 for that product.
It's a high-demand item.
Right, because they know that they're making a percentage of those sales on it. So it's easier to rank. But in terms of like what I teach, the photography, everything else that's on my channel, running sales, things like that, it all still applies because ultimately it's just marketing and it could work for anything. You know, it could work for Walmart if they needed marketing advice, you know. So when it comes to the marketing aspect, yes. SEO is an entirely different world for one-of-a-kind products though. And we're not going to get too much into that today because we've covered it in a couple other past Q&A videos. So
Barbara, do you ever post your discount code to the public?
No, I post that I'm doing the sale, like the 30% off sale. I'll post that all over
Gotta
social
join
media.
that VIP list,
Right.
yo.
If they're not on the email list, though, they don't get the coupon code to stack on top of it. That's like my leverage point is when I'm marketing, I say, you know, this, I get people on my list for Black Friday by saying the only way to access this exclusive discount is to join my VIP list, or you'll cry if you're not on my VIP list by this day. So no, don't give them goodies to everybody. Just give them to the VIPs.
Excuse me, guys.
I gotta pee.
Go pee.
Can you?
No, I can't, but we can take a break. They can stare at me looking stupid for a minute.
Why don't you ask Mr. Moore a question? I gotta go to the bathroom.
Not too many, though. We've only got about a half hour left.
That's okay. Ask him tech questions.
Ask me a tech question.
Do it.
Do it. Quietly. See if there's any in here that I can answer while she's... What games do I play? A little bit of everything, honestly. I've been playing a lot of Metal Gear Solid 5 because they just released it on PS4 for free. I have it on PC already, but I wanted something to play in the living room. I just got the new Assassin's Creed. That's pretty good. I haven't really had a lot of time to game because of all the stuff that's going on for the holidays. Let's see. Have you used G Suite, and would you do a tutorial about setting it up in layman's terms? So I've used G Suite. I've never set it up myself. I had to use it for my work. The tech support job I had, we had a G Suite. I've never set it up myself. Maybe I'll consider doing that in the future. We don't have a purpose for one yet, so I don't really have a reason to do that at the moment. Let's see. But maybe in the future.
Oh, look at that shit. I bet you guys didn't know I could be so pretty. What's up? All right, now we're back.
Yeah. So I'll get back to your guys' questions here in a minute because I just got like 5 questions at the same time.
Sorry to interrupt the party.
Yeah, go away.
Sorry. Maybe we'll just do Mark. Live Friday with Mark.
We got a lot of questions now, though, so we got to speed.
Okay, speed. Let's go.
All right, Master of None. I've had an Etsy shop since 2010. I sold jewelry, bath, and body. I've changed my name twice now. I've sold only 100 products. So I gave up. I want to sell only jewelry now. Should I make a new shop?
That's up to you.
Yep, totally up to you.
It doesn't matter. Like if you're worried.
If the name still fits, I would use it because time on Etsy gives you a little bit more benefit, even if you haven't made that many more sales.
Yeah, you know, it really doesn't matter, honestly. Just make sure that you're only stick to that one thing. Like what you just described ahead of that jewelry and bath and body, that's too much. Like it needs to be one or the other. So you're doing the right thing if you're saying that you're just going to sell jewelry. Just make sure that you're doing it right now. And binge watch my channel and binge watch Renee Christine's channel.
Okay. Yoli, what would you say the best percentage off for Black Friday sale? We covered this earlier.
Yeah, it depends
Personal
on your market.
Preference.
Yeah, just it depends on your market. Usually over 15% is best because anything under 15%, if you're selling, you know, just like smaller products, most people are more likely to pay attention to bigger numbers like 30%, you know, even 20 or more.
Cynthia, if and when can we expect you guys to do more shop inspections? It's probably going to be a little while.
Yeah, shop inspections I had to cut back on because, guys, I ended up getting like 600 people asking me to do them. And now people are actually messaging my Etsy shop with their shop links and asking me to do shop inspections. And it's actually kind of like, no, none of you guys did this. I'm telling you, none of you guys did this, but it was getting hard when I'm trying to communicate with my customers. And I have people messaging me on Etsy to ask for shop inspections. It was hard. So we had to cut back on those, and I'm trying to prioritize things rather than doing shop inspections and helping individuals. I'm trying to make trainings that you guys can go in and, you know, it's going to help multiple people. And I'm doing like more massive trainings like, you know, the iPicky training series, things like that are going to benefit more people on a bigger scale rather than me being nitpicky going through your, you know, one person's whole shop and saying, change this, change this, change this, change this. So, I don't know, honestly, with the shop inspections.
Let's see, Moon Lovers. I was thinking of using Etsy Pay promoting items. I'm working to improve my SEO. Should I wait until my SEO is all fixed before doing promoted listings, right?
No, go ahead. No bubbers. Come
I have
here.
him to me.
Look how fat our cat is. This is Bubbers. He's a big fat boy. Okay. He just wants to
Nope.
He's a big fat boy.
All right. Newish subscriber, getting ready to open my shop. Thank you.
You're
You
welcome.
are welcome.
Binge watch the channel.
Autumn, I currently had it set up for several listings and sites. If I decided to combine them, how do I choose the best performing listing to keep as the main listing, offering the size variations? Personal preference.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever one you think is the best is going to be personal preference. If they're drastically different, you can make different listings. It's just kind of easier to keep them all combined.
Yeah. It's usually best to just pick the one that has the highest sales if you've got them listed individually right now.
Now he's going to go sleep. Or scratch the hell out
Rob
of me.
and share.
Let's see. Did that one? Yeah. Rob and share. I want to utilize my YouTube to advance my business. I don't have a camera. I have an old cell phone with a video camera. Do you think it's okay to start with that and upgrade as I can afford to? Most YouTubers, if you are going to try to use, so for one, YouTube probably isn't going to drive a lot of traffic to your shop.
No, it doesn't for ours.
Unless it's something that video is going to really attract people to and you can show off your product. It's probably not going to drive anybody.
It just depends on what your product is.
Yeah, it really does. And like most YouTubers recommend just to get your content out there, because the faster you get it out there, it's on YouTube. But you're trying to advertise a product on YouTube or show whatever you're trying to do, so that quality is kind of going to matter there. I would probably focus more on your shop and improving your products, improving your distribution, that kind of thing, before I would worry about YouTube at all. Use what you've got for now, and when it's financially feasible, if it is, go ahead. But if it's not financially feasible, I wouldn't put your priorities there first. I would productivity. Put money into productivity before you worry about stuff like YouTube. Anything that's going to improve your quality of life or how fast you're able to put your products out or increase the quality of your products, if that's something you can do, then I would focus there first. What games do you play? Answered that. Claudia, I can't make the banner to show up large in my website anymore. Any ideas?
I have to do architect. That sounds like a question you might want to ask Renee or tag Carrie.
That was one of those questions. It was for me. Just make sure if it's for a website, you just got to make sure it fits the correct dimensions.
It's hard for us to know without seeing exactly where the problem is.
Right.
But if you just tag Carrie, because you're an HTU, Claudia, tag Carrie and let her know that you're having trouble, and maybe she could help you out. Because offhand, without us knowing anything about what your hosting's like or anything, or what if you're using WordPress, it could be a million things. So you're just going to need to kind of find somebody who can actually go into your shop and maybe help you more. Emily.
Let's see. My hard drive coil is fried. Sometimes the screen will shake and freeze on me if the laptop isn't level. Is it worth going to fix or just getting a new one? MacBook Pro. It's a Mac. Burn it. No, I'm just kidding. Screen shaking on the hard drive? I don't know about all that. If it really is something to do with the hard drive, take it to Mac and just see if take it to Apple and see if maybe they'll throw a new hard drive in it as a repair. Because I know those MacBook Pros are pretty expensive. If not, I would probably get a new computer.
If you can afford it, get a new one. But if not,
or if you can take it to a if Apple says they won't help you, take it to a local computer tech and see if they'll just swap out the hard drive. Because they can clone a hard drive from one to another and then just stick that one in there. And if it is the hard drive that's causing the problem, then the problem's fixed. And new hard drives, if it's a regular hard drive, you can get for like $60, $70. And then whatever they charge you to move things over.
I want a cat, since you're answering these.
Oh, you don't want Toots in here too.
I'm just going to hold her like a baby.
Lauren, hey Mark, any tip on maintaining your actual computer unit, removing dust, cleaning it? I'm in Arizona. It's very dusty here. Yes, keep your computer clean. That's one of those things I really didn't think about until I really got into computers. And then cracking open my computer for the first time after like 2 years of not ever cleaning the thing, and it was disgusting. Cooling is one of the biggest things when it comes like full desktop computers and laptops, but desktop computers especially. They have to get cool air to be able to keep the components cool. So your CPU, Obviously, in most computers, most people don't have graphics cards if they're not building their own computer or not buying a gaming computer. Those things on air cooling can get up to 75, 85, 90 degrees Celsius, so well over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, well over 200 degrees Fahrenheit in some cases. And that's assuming that the air cooler is clear of dust. So if that thing is clogged up with dust and no air is getting through to it, that thing's getting hot, it's throttling down, and it's making it slow. So yeah, definitely keep it clean. If you don't know what you're doing, watch some YouTube tutorials. I think the website is iFixit. I'll check this for the next one. But there's actually a website you can get on where you can put in like model numbers of computers, TVs, video game consoles, all that kind of stuff. And they'll show you a step-by-step blueprint of how to take them apart and clean them, fix them, all that kind of stuff. So if I remember to, I'll get a link for that for the next video we do. But yeah, definitely keep your computer clean. Hannah, hey Mark, do you think you can print your own business cards, or is it better to just order them in from a printer's? Vistaprint.
Yeah, I do Vistaprint. I prefer Vistaprint, and you can choose all different kinds of cardstock. I use a linen cardstock, and it has a fabric material to it. Printing your own is going to kind of, unless you've got a really good printer and you're actually using cardstock, even then, unless your printer's great, it's going to kind of look unprofessional. No. Most hand-printed business cards look a little bit unprofessional, in my opinion, so it's always best to go as pro as you can. And in my opinion, Vistaprint is extremely affordable, especially if you're using their coupons and promotions. So,
Kitty cat, he's getting mad. All right, let's see here.
Sounds like Emily is next.
Yeah, there we go. Emily, make sure there's no porn commenters in here.
Yeah, we had some bad porn comments there from somebody last week before.
Emily, my business partner at Cons does bath and body, but she makes some jewelry too. So maybe have her focus on the Etsy with the bath, and I can focus on jewelry, since combined it's too much.
Yeah, that would be a better idea.
Why not?
Divide it up.
Divide the workload, share the money.
That's way better.
Master of None. Just what I wanted to hear. I'm definitely going to binge watch you guys.
Awesome.
Look at me like that.
A bunch of people talking about the cats.
I blew raspberries on his head. He was going to kill me. Let's see. I was thinking for some things I make. Oh, for your YouTube. Yeah, you could do that. That's totally cool. If you're not broadcasting the product as like, hey, buy this on YouTube, the quality really isn't going to matter. So if you do want to make tutorials on how you make the stuff that you make, why not? I mean, it couldn't hurt you. But I wouldn't focus on putting too much money into it. I would just stick with what you got for now. If it's really bad, whenever you update your next cell phone, just use the cell phone ones. Most cell phone cameras are just as good as most like $300-400 cameras anymore. Beautiful cat. Carrie built the website. Cynthia.
Oh, Claudia. Carrie built that website before she worked for Renee. Okay, well, maybe tag her now, since she's learned a lot more, so she knows a lot more about it, and she helps an architect. Bubba is so angry. Toots doesn't even care. Toots is like a rag doll.
Okay.
Everyone loves the cats. Bubbers' real name is Goober, and Toodles' real name is Tulip, but we call them Bubbers and Toots. So Toots is a baby. I got her for him for his birthday. What?
Let's see, Cynthia. I have jewelry plus jewelry storage and display. I think they'll go well together. I have left a lot of decor left, but it's done in the same style as jewelry storage.
As long as you're I think that they could go together. You should people should be able to know what your shop is about. So I guess they could go together. But if you ever decided to divide them up, I would definitely try to keep it jewelry storage and not try to throw in home decor, because jewelry and home decor definitely do not go together. But jewelry storage and jewelry could go hand in hand.
No,
so.
You shut up. You ain't going nowhere. You gotta. Ow, butthead. Fine. Let's see.
You want Toots?
No, I don't. I got bit once. Lori Dayvault. When I copy a listing on Etsy, do the stats from copied listings go with it as well?
Nope, they do not. You can't copy. You have to renew. If you're trying to renew a listing and keep the stats, you have to renew it. So if you're doing a completely different product, make sure that you're not renewing that listing and uploading new photos, because that's just, if people have favorited it, then they might look at their favorites and see a totally different product in their favorites. I do that all the time, and I hate it, because I'll be like, I did not favorite this product. And it really throws me off. And usually I immediately go in and unfavorite it. And then sometimes I go and unfavorite the shop because I hate when that happens.
Let's see here. Mine is a gaming computer. Yeah, then definitely keep it clean then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hit me up on that Steam too.
Lisa said that Bubbers was in kitty heaven, but now he's gone and he bit you. He's moody. Toodles is so chill. She just doesn't care what you do to her. She's like a rag doll. Bubbers is a little bit moodier.
Thank you for all the kind comments.
Bubbers. Oh, there he goes. He's in the closet now.
Let's see. Cynthia, what lighting do you use to shoot your products?
Cynthia, I take my products outside. In fact, if you go into my iPicky playlist or you just go onto my channel, can you get him? He's ripping stuff up now. Don't look too hard. Your Christmas presents are in there. They're in a bag, but they're in there. Yeah, so I just shoot my products outside over a white piece of paper. And if you go onto my channel, I have a video called How I Shoot My Product Photos for Etsy. And you can find that, and you can see exactly where I shoot the photos, and then you can see how I edit those photos by watching my iPicky training series, which is also on my channel. What camera do you use to shoot your product photos? I use, sweetie, can you grab my, you can throw him out if, big fat cat dance, do. Can you grab my camera and double check?
I'm going to throw the cats out of the room first because we don't have that much time. I don't want to fight with them anymore.
All right, go with your brother.
Go away.
Go with your brother.
Goodbye, kitties.
Hope you guys enjoyed the cats, but now they're tearing everything out because that's what cats do.
Yeah, Bubbers likes to tear stuff up when he's not getting attention anymore.
So here's my camera, and it is old, and we're going to be upgrading, but this is a...
Upgrading to a Canon Lumix.
This is a Nikon Coolpix L820. Nikon Coolpix L820.
We're getting, I'll post the one we're getting.
And the new one is going to be way more expensive, but this camera here is very affordable if you guys decide that you want to get the Nikon Coolpix L820. This is what I've used for what?
It's great, and it's like
4 years now.
Cheap as crap now.
Yeah, it's like $200 less.
Yeah.
Get it on Black Friday. If you want a camera, get the Nikon Coolpix L820 on Black Friday. Right now it's about $200, I believe, but you're going to be able to find it for a lot cheaper on Black Friday. What website should they go to find this if they want it? What would be the best website to maybe find a camera? Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon. I think you can get it at Walmart, actually. I think they still sell it at Walmart. I think they have the upgraded version of that camera for like $200.
I mean, it's a pretty good camera, and batteries are on the charger right now. I use rechargeable batteries.
Okay, so the new camera that we're getting is a Lumix GH5 mirrorless camera.
And it's $2,000.
No, it is not. No, it is not. This is on their website. It's nowhere near $2,000. It's $600 without the lens. It's $1,200 with the lens.
Okay. So.
All right, cameras. We're actually out of questions.
Oh, cool.
Bruh.
Are you guys still here? Because that was a while ago. We didn't lose them, did we?
No.
Okay. Well, we're finishing up, guys. We still have a few minutes. You guys have any more questions? Can you refresh the chat just to make sure? Refresh the... Oh, here we go.
To clarify my question about stats, I copied a listing of a sold-out, never-returned product. When I looked at the individual stats, it showed sales on the new product, but I hadn't sold any.
That shouldn't be happening. No, not if you copied the listing. That shouldn't be happening. Because... Yeah, are you sure you didn't renew it?
Might have been a lucky goof.
Yeah, that definitely shouldn't be happening.
Any more questions?
Okay, they're still here. Cool. All right, guys, let's finish up. Let us know if there's anything else. This is like, oh, here we go. Mark, if you get the Canon D7, it doubles as an excellent product and video camera with touchscreen. I'm
getting the GH5 because it has all of those features as well. It has the swivel screen and it records 4K at 60 frames per second. And it also has, I forget what the name of it is, but it's like a scheduled focus. So if you press your finger on their face as a focus and you move the camera around, it keeps that specific spot in focus. It's a really, really good camera.
He spent like a whole day.
Yeah, I did a lot of research. My big thing when I look into stuff is A, the features, which is the least important part to me, and B, the problems. I look into the problems because I hate when I buy something tech related and in a week it has problems. I hate that. I can't stand it. I hate companies with bad business practices. If most big companies release,
trying to get this cat hair
yeah,
off.
I know,
nose.
I can't. I'm covered in them. If a tech company releases like 10 new products, chances are 2 of those are worth buying, and the other ones are full of they're just rushed.
Yeah, I know I skipped a couple, but
we'll get to that one. If you create a coupon on Etsy and you add more product later, does the coupon still apply to the new pieces?
No, it does not.
Only if it's set to products at a certain price, like they have to spend so much. I believe somebody said that last time.
Well, maybe when you add, as far as, yeah, I would just make sure that you have all your products in your shop before you do a sale, because I don't think that they'll apply to that new coupon. Yeah, so just make sure that before Black Friday, you've got all those in your shop.
Master of None, Mark, how did you learn so much about tech stuff? I don't know.
Maybe past career field.
Past career field, I learned quite a bit.
Do you want to, just in case they're tuning in for the first time?
I'm ex-military intelligence, which obviously they didn't teach me like the specifics about computers, like the stuff that goes into them, but a lot of it, believe it or not, from tech YouTube channels. And I just kind of have a bit of a photographic memory when it comes to stuff like that, because I'm really interested in it. When I'm into something, I remember everything about it. So if I have a question about how something works, I'm one of those people that I will research it and find out the person that made it. Like I'll go that in depth about it. So the Google is your best friend. Obviously, don't believe everything you hear or read on the internet, especially for me, because I'm a jerk. Just kidding.
Not here. We're honest.
But once you find some reputable review people that actually like know the ins and outs of what they're talking about, you can take away what you want from that.
And your favorite channel is from the last stream?
Linus Tech Tips. Man, those guys are freaking amazing. They're obviously, they used to be kind of biased. They only bought Intel products.
I'll write it.
LINUS.
Yeah. There's the channel.
And then also, don't Google this, put it in YouTube. That's their other channel where they do like little 5-minute videos. Tech Quickie. They do little like 5-minute videos describing just random stuff about tech that people ask. So those 2 channels are great to check out if you have tech questions. Yeah, we let the cats in here. In the future, I'd love to hear about your record keeping. Most of that stuff's done for you through Etsy. All of that stuff's on there. The products you've sold, how much you've sold that year, everything. That stuff's kept on Etsy. If you have PayPal, their stuff's a little more complicated, but it's stored on there. Any sales that go to PayPal are on there as well. So
right. I mean,
we don't really have to do anything as far as bookkeeping. And
with write-offs and stuff, I don't even know where my notebook is. But
when we pay taxes, we print everything off and we keep it filed away.
Yeah, we keep everything, like every single thing. When it comes to PayPal, we print all of our transactions. That way, when we go in, we talk to our tax specialist, though we've already kind of gotten everything in our mind and added it up. We have it with us. That way we can say, okay, here it is. Here's what we added. Here are our numbers. Here's, our expenses, blah, 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 blah. But we're not going to be given like tax advice or anything. I know that's going to arise come tax time.
Don't ask. We will not be doing it, because that can get us in hot water. If you mess something up or we say something that's not right, I don't want any part of that. It's not that we don't trust you or you guys shouldn't trust us, but I don't want to get into that crap with anybody.
And it's all going to change depending on where you live and blah, 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 blah. So
we know a lot, but we don't know everything. So there's always the chance we could say something wrong, which applies to all of these videos. We could say something that's not correct, but take everything that we say with a grain of salt.
Right, exactly.
Gotcha. I'm a Canon gal. Used to do pro music photography, and that's all I would use. That's actually a Canon camera. It's a Canon Lumix GH5, and there's a couple different models. Ours is the one, if you look on Amazon, it sells for like $600 without the lens.
We saw her photography. She emailed it to us, and we saw it.
Well, maybe I'll hit you up when my band starts playing shows again. We'll fly you down and take pictures for us. Let's see. Do you add Black Friday sale to your SEO?
When I do Etsy on sale, the app that does it for me, I do. It's up to you. For SEO, I wouldn't put Black Friday sale in there in hopes that it's going to increase your SEO. You're going to want it in there more to draw attention to people who find your listings organically, and you are going to be sacrificing some of your keywords while doing that. It's going to be super duper hard to rank for Black Friday related keywords. So don't do it with the focus of ranking for them. Do it with the focus of maybe people just seeing that at the beginning of your title. But don't waste your time trying to sprinkle it in all through your descriptions and adding it into your tags, because creeping into really, really saturated territory. And when people are shopping on Etsy, they're not typing in Black Friday sale when they're searching for products. They're actually searching for the product that they want and looking for prices on those particular listings for what they're looking for. So,
fashionably lathered. New to Etsy, want to start listing there. Am I able to hook up our point of sale system, Clover, so that it gets tracked through there? I have no idea, but I don't think so.
No.
You could set it up through your point of sale, not through Etsy, obviously, but for just product tracking for what you're selling. But you'd obviously have to manually enter all of that, but I don't think so.
I don't think so. Etsy,
hit up your point of sale provider and ask them. And if they're able to do it through them as a third party, they should know.
Yeah, that's one of those things that we've never done it, so it's hard for us to give advice on it. But as far as I know, I don't think so.
Alicia, how do you keep track of your supplies and inventory?
There's a couple different ways. You know, most of my supplies, you can see a couple of my boxes back there. I just look at them and I can see what I need more of. We also do inventory tracking where we just pick a day of the week where one of the things that we order a lot of are crystals. We have to order real crystals for our product, and I will have him sit over here and, I'll go through each crystal and say, okay, we need this many of this size, this many of this size, this many of this size. Another thing that I printed, but I haven't started using are just, because I like to do everything on paper. I started printing off these little sheets that I made that I would like to start using through the new year that are going to basically be, these are the base keys that I need, some of the supplies that I need. And I have, just how many I have starting the month, how many I have mid-month, and then how many I need to buy for restock. So, whatever works for you, honestly. You could do an Excel sheet. There are Etsy sellers that actually sell printables. If you don't want to make them yourself, you could just hop on and pay a couple dollars from an Etsy seller who makes products like that. If you Google or go onto Etsy and actually type into the search bar Etsy shop organization, something like that, you could probably find some sellers who sell those stock sheets and things.
Let's see.
Shannon.
Always interested in ways to track with what to do when and how to stay organized. Just keep checking your schedule. Write things down as soon as you notice it. Don't delay and say, I'll write that down in 5 minutes. Just write it down. Yeah. And do what she does. At the end of the day, when you think you're done, check the calendar, because I don't. Make sure that if you've got something that's only going to take you 10 minutes and you're like, oh, but I'm done for the day, no, just do it.
Yeah, just
get it done, because that's 10 more minutes you got to do tomorrow.
And maybe look at tomorrow and say, well, I finished early today. What can I do from tomorrow?
Let's see. Your face features are beautiful. What about me? I'm beautiful.
You are a beautiful man.
She said that would rock. I don't know if you'd want to record our shows. We play metal. I don't know what kind of.
She does too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. We got the kind of people that beat the crap out of everybody else in the crowd. Why did metal fans get so aggressive?
And here we are he's here with his kitty cat. That's true. Metalheads love kitty cats. And
when you step on the stage, that's when douche mode engages.
Yeah.
That's when you have to be the aggressive jerk. When you step off stage, that's when that goes away.
You love kittens.
Those are the successful musicians. The bad ones are the ones that go and sniff gasoline in the back after the show.
Those are the scary
We're the ones that go have a couple of beers with the fans. All right.
And then you pet your cats.
And then you pet your cats when you get home.
Keywords, yes.
How many long tail keywords in an Etsy tag session? As many as you can fit.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter, just as long as they're long tail and you're doing your research, making sure that they rank, and following the formula that I gave you guys in the Etsy SEO video, you'll be fine.
Have you found a digital camera that has a continuous 2-inch self timer? I shake. So you're talking about stabilization. The camera I was talking about has automatic stabilization built into it as long as it's turned on. Most modern DS or digital DSLRs have stabilization built in as long as you're willing to spend a couple of bucks. I don't feel good. Let's see. Autumn, we don't have a lot of time, so we got to try to bust through these last.
All right, we're going to finish up the last ones.
Autumn, when you have a listing that offers different sizes, which would affect the shipping cost, how do you figure out into the shipping portion on that listing, i.e. mini print versus a large one?
When it comes to that, that's not something I've ever had to do personally. Mm-mm. So, when it comes to that case, that might be the exception where you may actually want
to have separate listings.
Yeah.
Or when you go into the variation, put something in your description for this, but in your variations, add the additional shipping cost onto the variation. So
yeah, there's
like
a good idea.
if it costs you $10 for a small and $25 for a big, and it costs you $10 extra in shipping, make it $35 for the big and put in the description.
And then make it free shipping. You could just do free shipping and include it right into the listing price.
Voila.
And that's going to be really appealing to people because they'll say, oh, well, the price point's high.
Right.
But look, free shipping.
Yeah, so if it's $10, now it's $15 because the shipping's included. For $25, it's $35 because it costs you $10 extra, that kind of thing. Let's see here. Did you purchase that upright receipt scanner? I want one so bad, but don't want to spend $250. Oh, you're talking about the where you like put the receipts through? No, we don't have one of those. We just keep them on hand and annoyingly highlight everything.
Yeah. I have a shoebox that I keep them in, and
I'm one of those weirdos that I don't like putting all that information on my computer. As much as I know that I keep my stuff secure, the less you have on your computer that somebody can steal, the better.
I like keeping them in a shoebox, and then you know what? I should be doing it like all as I go, but honestly, I just sit down one day and write it all out.
And that's one of those things too that like most people, when they scan their receipts and they put them on their computer, they then shred and get rid of the receipts. And it's one of those things.
What if you got audited?
Well, you can print it, or you can provide them the data file. But it's one of those things that, oh crap, I spilled a glass of water on my computer and it fried the frickin' hard drive, and now all those receipts are gone. Oh crap, I got audited by whoever, and now I'm screwed because I don't have any information to back up my claims. Now you owe the IRS a bunch of money.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Handheld papers are the most secure thing you can keep.
Yeah, that's the route that we
everything.
go. We still have receipts. I buy itty bitty little file folders from the Dollar Tree.
For every year.
They're only like this big. I write the year on it and I put all the receipts in it. And I have one for every year, and now I have a drawer full of them, but I've got them. So
we'll be putting them in our safe here soon because that's safer because we're Americans. We got guns.
We got guns.
Lots of guns.
Cheeseburgers.
All right. Any last questions? We gotta hop off here, go get our kiddo off the bus.
Last minute questions. Are we good? Can we go? We gotta get our kid. Oh, guys, I got my Z Bestie shirt on today.
I got my striped sweater.
It's not really stripy. It's more of like a vintagey texture.
It's always the best time
to wear a striped sweater.
Damn that fade though.
I know. So cute. Yeah. So seductive. Last night I was
downloading something and they asked me for my password. It depends on what side you're downloading from. If it's a website that requires you to be logged in, then yes. If not, then no. Or if it's a program that requires to use your password, that's a very in-depth question. Mark needs a tech dude tee. Nah.
He's
I'm gonna get a wrestling singlet. Just
wear that.
Slinglet.
He has like 4 shirts, so he just needs more shirts. That's what Santa's bringing him. Santa's bringing you
more shirts.
Santa's bringing you more clothes and socks.
I don't ever leave the house except for band practice.
And he wears the same shirt to band practice every day, so it doesn't matter.
No, I don't. I switch it out every week.
Change your shirt once a week. Oh, I need a new shirt.
I have a lot of shirts. I just don't wear a lot of shirts. Most of them are uncomfortable. All right. 1 more minute.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. We had a lot of fun today, guys. Don't forget to let me know if you guys still need those cheat sheets. Email me. I might not get to them today. It might be tomorrow because I do have the family thing to do this afternoon. But we will be going live on Tuesday, I think, into the Handmade Alpha Facebook group to finish up any questions that we didn't get to today. You can find the link to join that down below. You can also get the link to join the Handmade Alpha VIPs down below. That is basically where I email you guys, let you know when we're going live, which this time that system failed me because I think I was just tired and not paying attention. But if you want to hop on that list for next time, you can get that. That's also where I send all the freebies and goodies. Everybody who's on the list already will tell you that I don't spam you guys. I only message you to let you know when we're doing something live, and so on and so forth. And then, of course, the Handmade Alpha Facebook community is a good way to get help from other alphas without needing to wait for me to email you back or wait for a Friday Q&A session. Now, I will say that this upcoming Friday, there's no possible way that we can do a Q&A session because it's Black Friday. It's our busiest day. He and I are going to be working our fingers to the bone that day. So don't expect a text section or session on Friday. You guys should be busy as well. But you can see us on Tuesday within the Facebook group. We will go live there with a Facebook video stream. Okay. Everybody doing good? Everybody good? Any more? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Woohoo.
Yep. Everybody have a safe holiday and have fun with all your beer, guns, turkey, and creepy drunk uncles.
And then for those of you who are abroad, happy just weekend. One last question was any book recommendations that you just finished Predictably Irrational. Next recommendation, I would say move on to how about How We Decide by, can't remember his name. Just Google How We Decide and look for the book with 3 ice cream cones on the front. That is my favorite. Next to Predictably Irrational, How We Decide is my favorite psychology book of all time. I loved that book. So that would be something that you would definitely like if you enjoyed Predictably Irrational.
All right, we gotta go.
So, all right, guys, we'll see you next time, later next week, Tuesday. Bye.
Bye-bye.